toughest kid in the neighborhood was, right? I want to know the toughest man on the planet is. That's what we're gonna find out.
Are we here to win this fight? Because if we're not, I will throw in the towel.
Two brothers' lives collide both inside and outside of the ring. Hello there, everyone. I'm Nick Iacobucci, movie critic for RealScreenReviews.com, and our next movie review is the film The Warrior. This drama and sports film opened on September 9th, 2011, and it features Tom Hardy, Joel Edgerton, Nick Nolte, and Jennifer Morrison. Warrior comes to us from director Gavin O'Connor, the director of the Disney sports film Miracle, and Tumbleweeds from 1999. This time out, the director once again sets up the lights and cameras in order to capture a very popular sport, this time of MMA fighting. Our story tells of two brothers, one an ex-Marine with coping issues, and the other a struggling school teacher. We soon learn that events from their past have pitted these two brothers against each other for quite some time, and they haven't even spoken to each other in years. Our Marine Tommy soon invites the help of his father, who's not only battled in and out of the ring as a manager, he has also battled with the bottle and alcoholism just as long. The other brother, Brendan, just cannot seem to provide for his family on his pay alone, so he also begins a fighting regimen and soon emerges not only as an underdog, but as a contender as well. With the success of each of the brothers' climb to the top, this puts them on a collision course headed straight for each other. The movie then pretty much stops at nothing to give us a knockdown, drag-out fight that provides new meaning to the term sibling rivalry. Well, people, Warrior seems to take what could have been standard and cliche material and elevates it all the way to the next level. It accomplishes this by always keeping the sport in a secondary position to the storyline first. Now, if I was to say that Warrior reminded me of other sports films, well, that wouldn't be too much of a compliment in itself. However, if I compare it to both Cinderella Man and The Natural, which are not only fantastic sports films, but are out and out two great films of the last 3 decades, well, that would be a compliment. Just as in Ron Howard's brilliant boxing drama Cinderella Man, as this film plays out, it's so engrossing with everything that's going on, you almost sometimes forget that you're even watching a sports movie in the first place. And most comparable to Robert Redford and Barry Levinson's baseball gem The Natural, when you do finally come to reach the climactic finale, you come to realize that there are many things more important than a title or a victory. Now, I can't help but have some comparisons with this project to the very recent Marky Mark Christian Bale movie The Fighter, but I actually think that this is just as good, if not better. There is not one throwaway character in this film, and each actor has clear moments to shine and often does. Tom Hardy has this stern intensity about him, but he always seems anchored in the characters that he brings to life. He reminds me of a young Burt Reynolds. I mean, going all the way back to The Longest Yard or Deliverance. He's an action star waiting to happen, all trapped in the body of a great actor, and I think that's why Christopher Nolan keeps casting him in everything. Then Joel Edgerton rules every part of the big screen in every one of his scenes. You see and feel a lifetime of decisions, whether they are good or bad, in every moment that he is on screen. They're also not simple characters, but complex people that can even hide secret motivations to fight in the first place. There is also a backstory involving Nick Nolte as their father, and he also brings solid work once again to his resume. Nolte's dad also provides the motives that drove the family in separate directions so long ago, and a solid story brings them back together. Chance also brings very sound reasons for both brothers wanting to enter and win the World Series of MMA fighting. Put simply, people, the script never feels empty to me at all. Actually, the only spot in The Warrior that seemed like a retread or a loophole was an internet video that depicted our one brother as an army hero. This just seems so easily to set the stage for him to enter this big tournament and immediately become its root for underdog. Now, at 2 hours and 20 minutes, Warrior should have felt much longer than it was, but with such talent putting it together, it just clips right along on its own. The fighting was almost an extension of the drama and connected the dots of this film beautifully. The combat that takes place in the ring was brutally real, vividly authentic, and in-your-face genuine. This film is exciting as it builds and builds to a showdown that will see a lifetime of blood, sweat, and tears come out of each corner. Warrior has something for men, women, or anyone just looking to see a great film. I cannot recommend this movie enough. A perfect 4 stars out of 4. And remember, people, I'm not always right, but only when it comes to the movies. And thank you for your attention.
Are we here to win this fight? Because if we're not, I will throw in the towel.